Hello everybody, my name is Griffin, talking to you guys from Rishi Outpost, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite scene from Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. My favorite scene from Attack of the Clones is the final scene of the movie, where we see Chancellor Palpatine overseeing the clone army as it marches off to war, and Anakin and Padme's secret wedding before the credits roll. The final scene, or two scenes, depending on how you think about it, take place shortly after Master Yoda declares to Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mace Windu that the Clone War has begun. We see Chancellor Palpatine, Vice Chancellor Mas Amedda, Senator Bail Organa, and several other politicians of the Galactic Republic standing on a viewing platform watching thousands of clone troopers board assault ships destined to be shipped off to the war. I love this scene because we see how Palpatine's machinations are paying off for him, and the galaxy is moving closer to the galactic empire that we see in the original trilogy. I love how we can feel dread and see his triumph without any dialogue being necessary. He's just watching his army get shipped off to war, and we know that everything is going according to plan for him. We can also see Bail Organa, who of course will eventually adopt Leia, looking skeptical. He's really the only politician here who shows any emotion at all, and it's clear that he has qualms with the creation of the army, whether it's just because he's upset that the turmoil in the Republic has come to war, or because he already suspects that Palpatine's lust for power is out of control. The clones themselves have armor that is considerably different from, but still clearly invokes, the Stormtrooper armor from the original trilogy. Seeing the massive legions march into the ships is quite visually impressive, even if the CGI is a little outdated. The ships that the clones are boarding, the Acclamator assault ships, invoke the Imperial Star Destroyers of the original trilogy, just like the clone armor. They're visually similar enough to invoke that imagery, and yet clearly an earlier design. As the scene goes on, the music evolves into a version of the Imperial March, solidifying the idea that this is really the beginning of what will soon become the Empire from the original trilogy. Then the music transitions into Across the Stars, and we see the wedding of Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala. The visuals of this scene are a bit cliche for a wedding, but Naboo is a beautiful location, and R2-D2 and C-3PO being the two witnesses of the wedding feels very fitting for the two's secret marriage. I like the contrast of how traditionally beautiful this scene is with the lake view and the sunset, but also knowing that the marriage will eventually lead to so much destruction. And yet, in the moment, it feels like the right thing to do for Anakin and Padme. Overall, I really love how this movie ends. I think it's very powerful and it sets up Episode 3 really well. A lot of people say that the prequel trilogy is at its best when there's no dialogue, and I think there's some truth to that. A number of scenes like this one are some of the best in the saga, and it's just with visuals and music and no dialogue. In this scene, I think the visuals are decent in their own right, but I really think what brings things together and takes it to the next level is the score from John Williams. I think it really drives home the emotional impact, and it also contributes to the foreshadowing and lets us see where all this is heading in the next movie. Well, that's all I have for you guys this time. Be sure to let me know what your favorite scene is from Attack of the Clones in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, stay safe, and may the Force be with you.